What's shaking in the crypto world? Get ready, because Bitcoin Bulletin is dropping the hottest news. First up, Bitcoin options traders are positioning themselves in a big way, signaling a potential downturn. Are they predicting a continued slide or setting up for a surprise comeback? We dive deep into the data. Next, we've got a nail-biting story about a Swiss businessman, Stefan Thomas, who has a staggering $790 million in Bitcoin locked away, and he's down to his last two guesses to unlock it. Will he retrieve his fortune or lose it forever? Then, a huge strategic move. Strive Asset Management, backed by Vivek Ramaswamy, is set to acquire Semler Scientific, aiming to build one of the largest corporate Bitcoin reserves ever seen. What does this mean for the future of institutional Bitcoin holdings? And finally, Glassnode analysts are sounding the alarm, observing a weakening demand for Bitcoin. Is this the end of the bull run or just a temporary dip before the next surge? We break down the key indicators. You do not want to miss this. Stick around, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bitcoin options traders brace for impact. The crypto market just experienced one of the largest liquidation events of the year, with Bitcoin prices plummeting and triggering billions in losses. Amidst this turmoil, options traders are making significant moves, showing a clear bearish skew. Experts like Adam Chu from Greeks Live note that while implied volatility remains muted, there's a distinct surge in put buying activity. Sean Dawson of Derive highlights a heightened demand for puts as traders fear continued downward price action. Max Shannon from Bitwise Europe confirms this, pointing to the highest put-call delta skew since early August, indicating a market pricing in short to medium-term downside, potentially influenced by post-Federal Reserve rate cut, sell the news, expectations. Surprisingly, despite this bearish sentiment, many remain optimistic about the fourth quarter, with some predicting a sharper recovery for Ethereum. But is this bearish sentiment a sign of things to come, or just a temporary blip before Bitcoin rockets higher? And speaking of fortunes on the line, get ready for a story that will have you on the edge of your seat. The $790 million gamble, 2 guesses left. Imagine sitting on nearly $800 million in Bitcoin, only to realize you've forgotten the password to access it. That's the reality for Swiss businessman Stefan Thomas, who has just 2 attempts left to unlock his encrypted IronKey S200 flash drive or lose his fortune forever. Back in 2011, Thomas secured 7,002 Bitcoins, then worth a mere few $1,000s. Now, as of September 22, 2025, that stash is valued at a staggering $790 million, having peaked around $830 million in August. The drive automatically wipes all data after 10 incorrect password attempts, and Thomas has already used 8. Despite enlisting the help of experts, he's had no luck so far. While Thomas has other significant crypto wealth, the thought of losing such a colossal sum is almost unimaginable for most. This tale of lost fortunes is wild, but what if you could actively build a massive Bitcoin reserve? We're talking about a strategic acquisition that could reshape institutional crypto holdings. Strive Asset Management's bold Bitcoin play. In a move set to significantly boost corporate Bitcoin holdings, Strive Asset Management, a firm linked to entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, has entered a definitive agreement to acquire Semler Scientific. This acquisition is designed to create one of the largest corporate Bitcoin reserves, aiming to amass over 10,900 BTC. The deal values Semler Scientific shares at a substantial premium, with Semler's chairman, Eric Semler, joining the new board. Strive has already been actively acquiring Bitcoin, purchasing 5,816 BTC for $675 million at an average price of $116,047, bringing their total to 5,886 BTC. Combined with Semler's existing 5,000 BTC, the new entity would hold approximately 10,900 BTC, worth around $1.2 billion, positioning it among the top corporate holders. This strategic accumulation underscores a growing trend of traditional finance entities bolstering their digital asset reserves. This acquisition is massive, but is the broader Bitcoin market showing strength or weakness? We're looking at critical demand indicators next. Bitcoin demand signals weakening, Glassnode reports. Analysts at Glassnode are flagging a potential shift in Bitcoin's trajectory, observing a weakening demand signal. The key metric here is the cost basis of short-term holders, currently standing at $111,400, which could act as a critical support level. A drop below this point might signal a medium-term bearish trend. On-chain indicators like RSI and CVD show a decline, accompanied by decreased trading volumes, suggesting a slowdown in trader activity despite recent price movements. The futures market presents mixed signals, with high open interest but negative CVD, pointing to aggressive selling by leveraged traders. Even U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF inflows have shown a decrease, transitioning from net inflows to outflows. While network activity shows an increase, the overall market structure hints at a buy the rumor, sell the news scenario. Analysts are watching closely to see if new demand can absorb current selling pressure, especially with key macroeconomic events on the horizon. Will these demand signals lead to a further drop, or is the market poised for a rebound? We'll recap all the top stories and tell you exactly what to do next. All right, crypto fam, let's do a lightning round recap. Bitcoin options traders are getting bearish. Stefan Thomas has just 2 shots at his $790 million Bitcoin fortune. Strive Asset Management is making a massive acquisition to build a huge Bitcoin reserve, and Glassnode is reporting weakening demand for Bitcoin. What a show! Don't forget to like this video if you found it valuable. Subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for all your crypto news. Hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Leave a comment telling us your biggest takeaway, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content.